Chapter 4 is about setting up your marketing website hub. Setting up a marketing hub is one of the best ways to manage your entire online portfolio. In this chapter, we are going to discuss how exactly you set up that hub as well as all of the elements that surround the hub. You should be able to see how the entire portfolio fits together to create an unstoppable marketing package. When it comes to internet marketing, you need a centralized website to act as the anchor for all the other things that you have going. But the hub elements are just as important as the hub itself, so we will be spending a little bit of time on each of them. What is exactly a marketing hub? Your marketing hub is the central location where all your hub elements are connected to. In other words, the marketing hub is your home base. Most of the time, this is your company's homepage, although it does not necessarily have to be the case. Your marketing hub can be any website that you choose, but it does not have to meet the requirement of being the central location for all your marketing efforts. Your hub goes out to all your other hub elements, marketing channels and the like. In return, those same elements connect back to your hub. Let us compare traditional marketing versus a marketing hub. If you think about traditional marketing as standing on a street corner, using a megaphone to advertise your products and services, then think about a marketing hub as more like a focus group. When you have a marketing hub, communication is a two-way street between your hub and the other marketing elements. But you are not just communicating with elements, you are communicating with customers who populate those elements. Social media is an example of a hub element. A marketing hub is much more effective than traditional marketing because you are not just using one megaphone, you are using several. To extend the metaphor further, you are also getting feedback from the ground, so you can change the messages that those megaphones are broadcasting. There are some good reasons that you should have a marketing hub. Today, consumers buy differently than they did in the past. People used to be convinced by television, radio, and newspaper advertising. Now consumers are a lot smarter. Now, they research products and look for trusted brands to partner with. The relationship between the buyer and the seller is much more complex, and a marketing hub is more important than ever. Here are some reasons why. First, you need a place to send your web traffic. Your job as a company, whether you are in retail or an internet marketer, is to get traffic. But what do you do with the traffic once you have it? You need a quality website to send traffic to because that's the place consumers will get their first impression of you. And that impression is usually difficult to overcome. Second, your hub website is the central location for everything that you are doing online. You absolutely need a home base, whether it is for adding to a social media profile or sending web traffic that is ready to buy. Your website is the central location of your hub, but the center is not where the people are. The people are elsewhere on the web. You need to reach out and meet them where they are, like on social media sites. But your content will usually reside on your website. Your hub elements are cross-promotions for your central hub content. Third, your central hub website is an information source for anyone looking to find out more about your company, particularly those looking for information during the buying cycle. If you do not have that central location, not only do you lose a little credibility as a trusted partner and a value proposition, but you also lose the chance to answer the customer's questions. They probably are not going to work too hard to find the answers they need when your competitors are just one search result over. Finally, your marketing hub website is part of the team. Your website has an equally important job as anyone that works in your marketing department. In fact, your website must work harder because it must be available 24 hours a day, ready to answer any questions that a potential buyer must have. Let us expound here a bit how a marketing hub works. Think of a marketing hub website like a general sending his troops out to battle. The first step in the process is reconnaissance. You need to find out what is going on out there in the field. Luckily, your troops, or your hub elements, are there to provide you with on-the-ground feedback. This will allow you to change your website so that it is more receptive to those that visit. This communication is a two-way communication. You send out messages to people on the web. Then they send messages back to you through their comments, buying decisions, and more. and then you take that information and try to determine how to shape your products, services, and marketing for them so that you will have the best chance of making a sale. Now, let us discuss how you get started setting up a hub marketing website. We are going to start with the very basics, in case anyone is just barely getting into the internet marketing business. More experienced internet marketers will undoubtedly know how to do some of this stuff, but a refresher course is never a bad thing. Let us go through this step by step. First, choose a domain name that is going to be relevant to your brand. This can be challenging for several reasons. You must strike the perfect balance between a unique name and one that is going to come up first in the search engine results page. However, it must also be short enough and memorable enough so that people will be able to remember the address and type it into their browser or search engine. Another thing that can create a challenge is that the name that you want may not be available. This is especially true in the case of premium names, which are basically domain names that someone has already purchased because they know that someone will want it and they will be able to make money from it. The second thing that you need to do after you choose the perfect domain name is to get website hosting. There are several things to consider when it comes to web hosting. First, you want your traffic to be unmetered. You do not want to have a sudden surge of traffic and then get charged outrageous fees for going over your bandwidth. If the choice is only a few dollars, you should also go with the plan that allows you unlimited domains and subdomains. Your marketing hub website may be the focal point, but there are plenty of elements that may require a separate domain. Finally, you are going to need a framework for your website. In ye olden days of the internet, you had to build your website from scratch using HTML. But today, content management systems are not only trendy, they are also more functional and fully featured than just about anything you could build yourself. The most popular CMS by far is WordPress, and it comes with nearly every web hosting cPanel out there. From a basic installation, you can add widgets, plugins, themes, and much more. Let us now discuss some of the hub elements that are going to make up the spokes of your hub. We will cover these just briefly so that you will know what they are and how they fit into the entire hub network. The first hub element is Infographics. Infographics can be a terrific tool for one of the spokes of your hub. Infographics have a way of communicating with people that few other mediums do. You can use infographics on your website or post them elsewhere to draw in traffic. Images are also hub elements. Images should be part of your marketing hub website. Pictures break up the monotony of the text and often can make a point that text cannot. However, you can also use social media image sites like Instagram to bring visitors to your hub. Next, we have webinars. Webinars can be a great way to get people to visit your website. If you are an expert on a subject matter and you have a couple of hours to spare, consider offering a free webinar that will demonstrate your expertise and make people want to look up your company. How about social media posts? It goes without saying that you should have social media accounts and posts that are interconnected with your website. You should have, at minimum, accounts at Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. Blog posts are popular hub elements. Blog posts can be part of your website or a subdomain. They can even be posted on an entirely new website if you prefer. Make sure you link the two naturally whenever you can. Consider events. Holding events can bring people to your hub site. If you can't get your name out there at an event, then you might be able to get visitors to your site from it. Events do take some effort, so they are only a small part of the marketing hub network. Ebooks, guides, reports, and other such materials can help your credibility in the industry. They also provide you with a terrific opportunity to link back to your main site. You can either distribute these freely or you can charge money for them and make an extra income. Then we have the landing pages. Landing pages function as sales funnels. These pages are very useful, especially when you are trying to convince someone to buy. Get double benefits from microsites and subdomains. Microsites are small sites that support your larger site. They usually focus on a single keyword or a small group of them. You can also set up subdomains as hub elements. These sites can target traffic more effectively for those keywords than your main site can, and you get the bonus that comes from backlinks from a relevant site. Video content rules. Video content can be terrific for getting people to visit your website. YouTube is a very useful tool for this purpose, but you must know how to create a good video that people are going to want to watch. In addition, you will need to know how to target keywords within YouTube to get it seen by enough people to make it worthwhile. Email marketing is a must. Email marketing should be part of your strategy. Not only should you be using email marketing to get people to come to your Hub Center website, but you should also be using your Hub and Hub elements to collect those email addresses for future marketing. Do not abandon press releases. Press releases may not be the easiest method of getting traffic to your website, but they should not be abandoned by any means. If you can get a media outlet to run a story about you that gets seen by a lot of people, then you will see traffic from the article or story. And that could mean a significant amount of traffic. Research to increase credibility. You may want to include relevant research whenever possible. It increases your credibility when you can cite actual studies that support your claims. Many larger companies even do their own research, although how unbiased that research is, it is impossible to tell. Answer questions on forums. Forums can also be a great tool for your Hub site. You can put your site link in the forum signature, and then build your credibility by answering questions and being useful on the forums in question. There are hundreds of forums for every industry out there. With it, we conclude Chapter 4 of the Internet Business Blueprint.